One of the most talented, well-skilled, and highest-rated studios on planet Earth has been celebrating racing across the globe in the most diverse and beautiful scenic landscapes, from the US to Australia and in between. Playground Games is bringing the 5th installment of the lauded Forza Horizon series in a dry, swampy, snowy, and festival-rich Mexico. And this time, the game looks so realistic, critics can't believe what is coming next. This is Colteastwood. Welcome back to the channel after quite a bit of a hiatus, but today I've got an incredible, I think it's an incredible production of what Forza Horizon 5 has on offer for us across this massive new map. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel, hit the bell to be notified of new content, and let's look at Playground Games Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon is a festival racing extravaganza across the countryside, and the 5th game is taking into Mexico with even more cars, more events, and more customization, as the series evolves to kick off its 3rd generation, getting better with every new release. Mexico hosts a living and breathing weather system, with changing seasons that evolve the landscape in many ways, bringing green to others, snow and extreme weather patterns in high locations, and leaving your speeding vehicles covered in Mexican gritty sand, slithery red mud, and millions of beads of pristine rainfall drops, embossing the cars with the punishment of rainy conditions on the road and across the paint. Lead creative director for Playground Games, Matt Brown, explained that Mexico has been selected as its location, quote, almost like a whole world in one country, because you have volcanoes, snowy mountains, canyons, jungles, rolling hills, ancient cities, like really modern beachfront hotels, various different flavors of desert. Playground has chosen the vast open landscape of Mexico with plenty of room to stretch your legs and open the throttle. But there is plenty to do among this living desert across 11 biomes that make up new ways to play, drive, and compete in a country that offers more than you'd expect. 11 biomes have been carefully detailed with handcrafted quality, procedural generation scope, and references to thousands of square miles of satellite imagery, photogrammetry, and beautiful renderings that bring this world truly to life with or without cars racing across the roadway. The map of Playground's version of Mexico is 1.5 times bigger than the UK map from Forza Horizon 4, and Mexico gives driving verticality around 8,500 feet or 2,500 meters from beachside to mountaintop. One of the first biomes showcased was the arid hill climb switchbacks to the top of the Caldera mountain volcano, which is inspired by the infamous Mount St. Helens of Washington State, with its open lava dome and blast crater facing northward. 2 switchbacks of tarmac or dirt and gravel will get you up and down the mountain with very spacious views overlooking the Baja Mexican competition arena not far from the western coastline. Southern swamps are a surprise feature in Mexico, and the seamless transition from desert ground to soggy flooded sea level swamps of Mexico with exposed tree roots burst color and vibrancy into the landscape with destructible environments, muddy splashes, and slippery steering for open driving and breakneck racing events. This biome is mostly flat with small drops with the adjoining Sierra Verde River. This transitions into the jungle-like biome of green-rich, massive trees and leaves adorning roadside vegetation, evoking the feel of an Amazon-like Mexican natural habitat. Ancient treasures await with Aztec temple structures among the jungle area with deep reddish-brown tread-scarred off-road, places to explore, and race lap courses or point-to-point races along this beautifully enriched biome. Bouncing trophy trucks of Baja, Mexico, or expensive SUVs. Even tuned rally imports will fit nicely in this wet, misty, and atmosphere-soaked jungle raceway. And taking photos here with your most prestigious S-Class supercar won't be too far out of place either. The canyon is a rocky gorge river chasm with evergreen and indigenous trees scattered among boulders, railway overcrossings, and grassy meadows, with long winding highways for high-speed street races and drift zones on pavement that give some of Forza Horizon's fastest cars room to move, watching for cross traffic, and setting up infamous speed zones to max out the speedometer and steering wheel nerve into tight apexes. The canyon is also host to muddy dirt throughways with rainy conditions and obstacles of natural tree slaloms, and challenging visibility with rain-splattered windshields and slippery tires. The coastline is the wonder of Mexico with its aqua-colored ocean, white beaches, and perfectly detailed rock formations that Playground painstakingly built with photogrammetry ripped right from the coastline of the real-life Mexican beaches. Driving on thick, glass-beaded sand with deformation mapping under the tires of your car brings true realism to navigating the windswept sandy coast on and off of parallel highways in creative races and challenges built into this part of the massive map. Mexico truly is a living desert, and one of the biomes is named after this silica and gypsum sand and sage-covered countryside with glistening surfaces, cactuses, and other alien-like shrub, steptoe, drivable off-road areas. Those familiar with John Marston's visit to the south of the border will recognize this familiar visual at speeds far above traditional horsepower. Ripping across breaking sage shrubs, shearing towering cacti, and stopping to visit small oasis watering holes could be the details you may miss as you push Forza's cars at top speed across the living desert. There is one major urban area that Playground has not shown us in small hints of downtown street racing, but thus far the natural topography has been the real star of the show for Forza Horizon 5, with beautiful living and breathing photorealistic vistas that are impossible to believe until we see it in motion with live gameplay, cars zooming in and out of view, crossing traffic, jumping berms, and taking the tires on and off the tarmac in dynamic weather that changes across each biome and breathes life into the Horizon Festival. To further breathe that life of realism, Playground has taken the time to record dozens and dozens of real racing cars, bringing realistic racing engines and their exhaust sounds into the game like this. Forza Horizon is a game that captures the love of racing, the obsession with cars, tuning and customizing each one to make it your own, and doing it all across a massive, diverse paradise that not only looks authentic, but feels authentic behind the wheel. With Forza DNA, a top-class physics engine that brings real-life cars in sound, sight, and feel, a level of realism and fun that cannot be matched by the competition. Not just on track, but off-road in miles and miles of celebration of driving in the only way that Playground Games can bring in the all-new Forza Horizon 5. This is Colteastwood. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I'm a huge car enthusiast, and lately, you may laugh, but I've been watching the Fast and Furious series from beginning, and right now I'm midway through, and I think it's just a fun movie, but it's getting me excited for the life that is driving behind the wheel, racing, and Forza Horizon is the only game that truly captures that feel of super fast cars, all kinds of places to drive. I can't wait to play this one. I've got hundreds and hundreds of hours into the series, and I can't wait for Forza Horizon 5. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button below. That's free. That'll get you access to all the videos as they go up. And there's more news coming for Xbox as we get into the fall and holiday season, which is absolutely packed with games. If you want to know what games are coming, check out the previous content I've put out over the past month, where I've showcased all of the games that are coming this holiday and what is coming in the beginning of next year, and even some great games coming beyond that. You can join the channel, which gives you early access to videos, some 12 hours before they go live, or you can join the Patreon. All of those things get you access to monthly giveaways. Also, I do a podcast on Mondays. That's a show where I interview industry people and big influencers and talk about the state of gaming. That's the XNC podcast. That's 5 p.m. Pacific time or 8 p.m. Eastern time and 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. That's super late, but we're on demand on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. But I want to know what you're most excited about with Forza Horizon 5. Do you think these biomes are going to bring new driving experiences? Let me know in the comments section, and while you're there, some people may be arguing about Xbox exclusives or milking franchises like Forza. Well, this is, they've had quite a few of these games, but while you're there, try not to argue, and as always, be nice.